Hello, my dear students. Welcome you all to my YouTube channel. My dear students, topic for today is indices. We will be doing the questions of the exercise 6A. But before doing the questions of exercise 6A, we need to have the enough knowledge about indices. So let us start learning something about indices. In lower classes you might have studied that every number can be expressed in exponential form. Every number can be expressed in exponential form. To express a number in exponential form, we use two things: the base and exponent. So how do we use base and exponent to express a number in exponential form? Let us understand it. I write a number here 4. I hope you all know this 4 can be expressed as the product of its prime factors as 2 into 2, 2 into 2, which can further be written as like this: 2 to the power 2. I hope you all have done this work in the lower classes, class 6 itself, class 5 itself. So 2 to the power 2 is the exponential form of this number 4. Here this 2 is the base and this 2 is the exponent or power or index. Is it clear? Same, this number 4 can be written as the square root of 4 into 4. The square root of 4 into 4 can be written as square root of 16. I hope you know this square root can be expressed in the exponential form. How? We can write this square root 16 exponentially as 16 to the power 1 by 2. 16 to the power 1 by 2. I mean, this square root symbol I have removed, but I have used another symbol, and that is exponent, which is equal to half. So this 4 can be written here as 2 to the power 2, which is the exponential form of 4. The base is 2 and the index is 2, power is 2, and here the same number 4 I have expressed exponentially like this. So this 16 is the base now, and this half is the power or index or the exponent. Here 16 is the base and this half is the power of 16, or half is called the index of this number or exponent. Okay. So if we have such type of numbers, how do we add, subtract, multiply and divide? We are going to learn in this exercise. We are going to learn how to simplify the questions involving these type of numbers. I mean exponential numbers. Okay. So to simplify the problems involving exponential terms, we need to know the laws of exponents. We need to know the basic rules of exponents. So let us discuss these basic rules which will be helping us to solve the questions of exercise 6a, b and c based on the chapter, based on the topic indices. So let us start with these rules. These rules are called the laws of indices also. One more thing before explaining these laws of indices, one more thing I would like to explain you. What is that? That is, if we have a product, I hope you all are knowing, since you are students of class 9, so you all are knowing this product can be expressed exponentially as a to the power 1, 2, 3, 4, a to the power 4. So this a to the power 4 is the exponential form of this product, where a is the base and 4 is the power. So to understand the laws of indices, we need to know about base and the power. So if the base and power of an exponential number is clear to us, then only we can understand the laws of indices. I start with product law. What does this product law say? The product law says if we have exponential numbers with the same base for multiplication, I mean when two exponential numbers with the same base are multiplied, you can see the powers are different. The powers can be same also. So when two or more than two exponential numbers with the same base are multiplied, then to get the product, we write an exponential numbers having the base same as these two have. We write an exponential numbers with the same base what here we have, but the power of this exponential number will be the sum of these two powers, m plus n. Similarly, when I ask what will be the product of a to the power m and a to the power 2, using this law, what will you be answering? You will say, sir, this will be, since the bases are same, so result will have the same base, but the power of this exponential number will be m plus 2. Let us go to another law, and that is quotient law. Do you know when we get the quotient? I hope you all are knowing when we get the quotient. we get the quotient only when we do the division. Am I right? Yes, I am right. So this quotient law helps us to get the quotient when division of exponential numbers with the same base is done. So let us do the division of numbers with the same base. I have two numbers, a to the power m and a to the power n. Division is done. They have same base. The numbers are exponential numbers. So let us understand what the law says. The quotient law says that when you do the division of two numbers with the same base, to get the quotient, to get the result, you need to get the difference of the power. The difference of the power in the numerator and the power in the denominator. So here the result will be a to the power. Keep the base same. Here the bases are a and a. So to get the quotient, keep the base same, but the power is equal to the difference of the powers of the numerator and denominator. M minus n. Clear? This can be written as a to the power m minus n. An example, if I divide a to the power m by a to the power minus 2, to get the quotient, to get the result of this division, you can see the division is of two exponential numbers with the same base. So to get the result, we will write the same base, but the power will be equal to the difference of the power in the numerator and the power in the denominator. So m minus 2, which finally becomes a to the power m plus 2. I hope you know this concept. Minus into minus becomes plus. So after this, the third law is power law. What does this power law say? The power law says that if an exponential number is raised to the other power, an exponential number a to the power n is raised to the other power, then to get the result, to write the result, we keep the base same as here what we have, but the power of this result is equal to the product of the powers used in this LHS. We have two powers, so m into n. Example, a to the power 2 raised to 3 raised to 4. Using this law what I explained, we will get the result with the base a, but the power of that base a will be equal to the product of these numbers 2 into 3 into 4. Which becomes a to the power 24. A to the power 24. So 3 laws I have explained. Now few more rules we need to know for simplification of exponential numbers or terms other than these 3 laws. Points to be remembered. If we have an exponential number with negative power, the negative power can be changed to positive power, but to make that power positive, you have to make a change in the base. What is base here? A. What is the power here? Minus m. You can make this minus m plus m, but to make this minus m plus m, we will have to make one change in the base. What change we need to make? We need to write the reciprocal of this base a. I hope you all know the reciprocal of a is 1 by a. So here we will get the result 1 by a to the power m. Is it clear? No? Another example. If we have a by b to the power minus m, and you want to get this power positive, to make this power positive, first you need to write the reciprocal of the base. The reciprocal of a by b will be b by a, and then b by a will have its power positive m. Here you could have asked, sir, you said that a by b will be b by a, then power m. Similarly here it will be 1 by a whole power m. Yes, it should be 1 by a whole power m, but ultimately after simplifying we get the result 1 upon a to the power m. Another example. Another rule, if we have a number other than 0, if we have a number x which is not equal to 0 and this number is raised to the power 0, the result is 1. Some of the teachers say x to the power 0 is 1, where x is any number. No, x is a real number which is not equal to 0. X should not be 0. It can be any number other than 0, and when we write its power 0, the result is 1. Third, x to the power 1 is equal to x. I mean any number other than 0 can be written in exponential form with its power 1. Suppose 2. So we can write 2 as exponentially 2 to the power 1. 2 can be written as 4 to the power half also, but at least 2 can be written as 2 to the power 1. 4 can be written as 4 to the power 1. Okay? So x to the power 1 will be x. Another, if we have product and division of the numbers with the different bases, exponential numbers with the different bases. The bases are different, but this number is when raised to power 2. So the power law is applicable here, and it gives the result as a to the power 2m into b to the power 2n upon c to the power 2p. But some of you make mistake when you see that you have addition of exponential numbers and that addition is raised to the power 2 or 3, then there you make mistake. I mean, if we have instead of multiplication division sum, here you make mistake. When I say what will the result be, you say, sir, it will be a to the power m plus n. No, it will not be a to the power m plus n, because you have applied product law. Do you have product here? No, this is sum of two exponential numbers with the same base, and for the sum I have not given you laws. There are three laws. That laws are for multiplication, division and power. This is sum. So to simplify this you need to use the concept of algebra. अगर मैं बोलूं कि इसको simplify करिए, so you might be thinking to apply product law. It will be a to the power m plus n. Some of you will say a to the power m into n, which will be the wrong answer. This is sum. For sum I have not given any law. For sum you can apply the law of algebra, which says that if we have like terms, so like terms are added, like terms are counted depending on their sum, their symbol is positive or negative. If same sign we have for the like terms, we will add all the terms. But if we have like terms with the opposite sign, we will get the difference. I mean, if we have 2x, 3x, these are the like terms. And when I say what will the result be? Will you say x square? Will you say 6x square? No, it will be 5x. And if I say 2x minus 3x, will you multiply? No. These are the like terms. 2x, 3x are the like terms. Here the result will be minus x. Get the difference. 3 minus 2, 1. But we will write minus 1x. So for sum and difference of the exponential numbers, don't use the product law, power law or quotient law. You have to use the law of algebra, which says that like terms with the same sign should be added, like terms with the opposite sign, in that case the difference must be done. So here the result will be 2 times, a to the power m and a to the power n. These are the two numbers. No, these are the two numbers with same base, but we cannot apply the product law, we cannot apply the quotient law, we cannot apply the power law. And are these two terms like terms? I don't think. Two terms are said to be like terms if they have same literal coefficient. Here we have a to the power m, here we have a to the power n. They are not like terms. So if there are two unlike terms for addition, let them as they are. Just put the symbol of plus. Here result will remain as it is. But if we have a to the power m plus a to the power m, These are the two terms with the same base, same power. So don't get confused. We will be using the law of algebra, which says that if we have like terms, these are not like terms, these are unlike terms. If we have like terms, so to add, we will see the sign. If sign we find same, so we will add 1, 1, 2. You will get 2 times a to the power m. As you do here, x plus 2x. What will you be writing? 3x. Similarly, a to the power m plus 2a to the power m. What will you be writing? Don't apply the power law, quotient law, product law. Apply the law of algebra. A to the power m, a to the power m, like terms, count 1 and 2, 3. You will get the result 3 into a to the power m. I hope I have made it clear. One more thing. So these are the mistakes, these are the mistakes made by common students. Another one, if I write an exponential number and that exponential number is raised to the power 2, you apply here power law and write the result as a to the power 2m plus a to the power 2n, which will be wrong answer. So power law is applicable to product of the exponential numbers or to an exponential number. We have two exponential numbers. We have two terms here and the power is 2. So to get this result, we will have to use the algebraic law. A plus b whole square, a square plus b square plus 2ab. Instead of using a square plus b square plus 2ab, some of you say, sir, a to the power 2m plus a to the power 2m. I remember when I asked what will a minus b to the power 2 be. So most of you say that a square minus b square. No law will give a square minus b square when we expand this. I hope you know the expansion of this is a square plus b square minus 2ab, but most of you write a square minus b square unknowingly. It will not be a square minus b square, it will be a square plus b square minus 2ab. So be careful. The three laws what I have given you for product, division and power. If you have addition, subtraction, in that case use the law of algebra. What the law of algebra says? If we have like terms with the same sign, we will add. If we have unlike terms, we want to add, just we will put the plus symbol between them and the result will remain as it is. No power law, no product law, no quotient law is applicable. So I am going to simplify. I am going to do the questions of exercise 6b. Question number 1, part 1. Sorry, 6a. Question number 1, part 1. 5 to the power 0. I hope every one of you might be knowing the answer. I have told you, when a number, non-zero number is raised to the power 0, the result is 1. Another, 2 to the power minus 3. 2 to the power minus 3. So first you make the power positive. To make the power positive, we will have to take the reciprocal of the base. What is the base here? 2. What will be its reciprocal be? Its reciprocal will be 1 upon 2. So we will be writing 1 upon 2 cube, and I know that you know what will the result of 2 cube be. The result of 2 cube be 2 into 2 into 2, finally 8. So we get 1 upon 8. Third one, 10 to the power minus 4. So to get the answer of this, first we need to make the power positive. To make the power positive, we need to take the reciprocal of 10. And you know 10 to the power 4 is 10 into 10 into 10 into 10. Means 1 with 4 0. 10,000. If you wish, you can change this fraction to decimal. No need. Another one, minus 2 to the power minus 2. So first make the power positive. To make the power positive, write the reciprocal of the base. The reciprocal of the base will be 1 upon minus 2. And then you can make the power positive 2 of the base 1 upon minus 2. I hope you know that when a negative number is raised to a power which is even number, आपको पता है कि जब कोई नेगेटिव नंबर का पावर इवन नंबर हो तो रिजल्ट पॉजिटिव आएगा. जब नेगेटिव नंबर का पावर ऑड हो तो रिजल्ट नेगेटिव आएगा. What am I saying? I am saying that when you multiply minus 2 by minus 2 by minus 2 and keep on doing this multiplication till 5 times, so the result will be negative. If you keep on multiplying minus 2 by minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 till 7 times, the result will be negative. But if you multiply minus 2 by minus 2 and so on till 10 times, the result will be positive, because minus into minus becomes positive. Product, I think you know that negative numbers, when we multiply to get the result, to get the sign of the result, we have to count the number of negative signs. If that number is odd, the result will be negative. If the number of negative terms in the product is even, we get the positive symbol, positive sign. Like that, you know, I hope. So here we will be either writing 1 upon minus 2 into minus 2, or directly we will be writing 1 upon 4. आप जैसे चाहो वैसे लिखो, the result will be 1 upon 4. Next, 2 by 3 to the power 0, 1. Next, 3 by 4 to the power minus 3. So make the power positive. 4 by 3 to the power 3. You can use the power law. 4 cube upon 3 cube. 4 into 4 into 4, 64. 3 into 3 into 3, 27. So we get the result here, 64 upon 27. Another one. What is that? Minus 1 upon 2 to the power minus 2. So to get the answer, we will be writing 2 upon minus 1 to the power 2. No, minus 2 to the power 2. Negative base, even power, we will get the result positive. So 2 into 2, 4. Or if you don't understand this thing, write minus 2 into minus 2, 2 2 is 4, minus into minus plus, the result is 4. 2 to the power minus 2 upon 5 to the power minus 2. This is 8th part. So to get the answer, first we will get the power positive. So to make the power of this number positive, you take it to the denominator. It will be 1 upon 2 square, and when you make this power positive, since this is in denominator, so it will go to the numerator. So you will get here 5 to the power 2. From numerator to denominator, if you shift a number, the power from positive to negative it will change, or negative to positive it will change. From the denominator, if you shift a number to the numerator, the power will change its sign. So to make this power plus 2, I have to change this number, I have to shift this number to the numerator. So that's why. So 5 square is 25 and 2 square is 4. So 25 by 4. Another number, ninth part, the last part. What is that? 3x to the power 0 minus 1. 3x to the power 0 plus 1. As I told you, x to the power 0 is 1. So 3 into 1 minus 1, 3 into 1 plus 1. You know that first the multiplication will be done, then subtraction. BODMAS rule say that the subtraction must be done at last. So first do the multiplication, 3 minus 1, 3 plus 1, 3 minus 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 4. So 1 upon 2 is the answer. So we have done question number 1 of exercise 6a. Question 2 we will do in the next video. So keep on supporting me, keep on sharing the videos to your friends, those who are studying in the other schools. My dear students, it encourages me to make more and more videos for you. In case of any suggestion, you can write something in the comment box. Bye bye. Meet you in the next class. Till then, bye bye.